Hey, I'm standing here with Bobby Fulton, one half of the world famous Fantastics. Let me tell you, a lot of people I love Bobby Fulton. Bobby Fulton guy. Bobby, this is the Professor Jeremy Bilber. Welcome to the Bell to Bell podcast with Bobby Blaze.
Thank you so much. Bobby, it's a pleasure to be on here. For the people that don't know, I've had throat cancer for the past 2 years, so it's hard to be speaking. I really don't do it publicly, except for Bobby Blaze, I will do that. But I just want to say hello to all the wrestling fans out there. This is an outstanding program. I appreciate those who remembered me as part of the Fantastics for all these many years. I remember when Bobby Blaze first came to me, and I booked him on some shows. And then I told Jim Cornette, this guy is a tremendous professional wrestler, and Jimmy took up the Smoky Mountain, and of course the rest is history. But me and Bobby always crossed paths in our lives. He's an author, he's a heck of a wrestler, he's a student of the game, and I just want to come on here and say hello. God bless everybody. Happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas. And I hope to see you somewhere sometime. Thank you, Bobby.
Thank you, Bobby. I love you. You know that. Yes, sir. Thank you. Well, that was Bobby Fulton, man. What a wonderful guy. He knows how much I love him. We've our paths across many, many times. Oh, man, that was a pleasure to see him. He told me he was going to do that for me when he first got a chance, and that was the opportunity we had, Professor.
Right on.
So what I'm going to do now, if you don't care, I'm going to break away. I'm going to give the headset over to our Art of Grappling champion, Rex Boulder. He's a hell of an up-and-coming wrestler, a legit tough guy. He looks great. He's in shape. He's been cutting some killer promos lately at the camp. So with further ado, let me introduce you to all of our wrestling fans at the Bell to Bell Professor. This is Rex Boulder, the AOG heavyweight champion. Ross, have a good day, buddy.
All right. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you.
How you doing there, Brox?
Pretty good, Jeremy. How are you, bud?
Doing all right. Doing all right. Sounds like you guys got quite a crowd out there.
Listen, it's bumping down here, man. Ashland, Kentucky is representing for wrestling fans right now.
Right on. So, how you feel being the champion of Art of Grappling?
Listen, I feel like I'm on cloud nine still, man. It happened over a month ago, and I'm flying high, man. It's not something I take for granted. Bobby Blaze and Jillian Hall definitely have put me through the ringer and had me well prepared to represent AOG and the FTC.
Oh, I do have a question for you, though, and I think anybody that knows the area might want to know the answer. Does Jock Sampson get a title shot?
Listen, Jock Sampson unlawfully stole the FTC heavyweight title at Fight Night. He didn't earn that thing, so he's currently carrying that belt around undeservingly. But if he wants a shot at my title, he's going to earn it. I had to earn mine. He's going to earn the shot at mine. But I will not back down from anybody. I am the bully's bully, and I will absolutely face anybody in the ring.
Fantastic. You know why Jock's trying to get all those belts, right?
You tell me, man. I don't know. He's not earned any of them, I'll tell you that.
He needs that many to hold his pants up.
I wish he'd find something to pull a shirt down, man. Nobody wants to see that. Got those Baby Gap shirts on. I don't know why he does that shop with Baby Gap.
Yeah. So what do you got coming up? What's next on Rex Boulder's agenda?
Listen, right now today, man, we're at the Wrestling Con Bluegrass Wrestling Con in Ashland, Kentucky. We'll finish up the day here, and then we're going to start planning FTC's next show, anniversary show. I hope for the Art of Grappling. Started at school about a year ago. Would like to have an anniversary show. And again, like I said earlier, anybody at any time, you want a shot at the champ, step in the ring, let's get it.
Right on. And then just as a general question, what do you feel the state of independent wrestling these days? How are you feeling about things?
Man, I'll be honest with you. Prior to training, the independent world was a little. I didn't know anything about it, to be quite honest with you. I followed. I was a mainstream guy.
Yeah.
But as getting to know Bobby and Jillian and getting to the school, I've done my best homework to brush up on it. And I really feel like, especially in our area, it's on the up and up. FTC alone is pumping out some of the best up-and-comers that you can find. Juan, Hunter Hefner, Judy Ray Hendricks. I mean, we got some of the best guys. Casey King is affiliated with AOG, another Bobby disciple. I think in our area especially, we got Pro Wrestling Conquest too. We're pumping out the talent, and we're definitely going to be around for a while, and we're here to stay for sure.
Fantastic. So, out of all the people there today, anybody you're looking forward to meeting, or you pretty much know everybody there?
Well, I'm getting to hang out with the Godfather today, man, who is a cool guy. I'm getting to help him out and put some autographs in front of him and getting to talk to the people. They're really excited to see him. We got Malachi Black and the Gun Club, Billy Gunn. See, I'm trying to Yell Kim's here. Of course, Jillian Hall's out here rocking like she does. ODB's here. Lex Luger, Coco Beware. I think Godfather's my favorite, though. If I got to be biased about it, I'm going to be probably Godfather because I've got to spend the most time with him. He's really been in his ear about my career and telling my story, and him being supportive of it already. Just meeting the guy, that's a dream come true for a guy like me, man.
Well, hey, Brox, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today, and hopefully, you get your next big match. You can knock Jock Sampson off your list here pretty soon as well.
My first match ever was against Jock, and ever since he low blowed me and pinned me, I'd love another shot at that guy. It is a little. I will say this as a guy that I am. It was an honor to face a guy like Jock Sampson the first time I ever been in the ring, but I didn't appreciate the low blow. I will see that guy again. I promise you.
Well, there you go. All right, Brox. Well, hey, thank you very much.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. I'll get you back to Bobby. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, guys.
All right, hey, this is Bobby Blaze. Welcome back again to the Bell with Bobby Blaze podcast. And I'm sitting here right now at the Bluegrass Wrestling Con, and I got one of my favorite, and I can look this man in the eyes and tell him he's one of my favorite people in all professional wrestling. He's a straight-up, good, stand-up dude. He's a two-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He runs a very successful professional wrestling school. And a thing or two I know about that, man, this man is just a good dude, let me tell you. I got Chance Prophet right here beside me. I'm going to turn it over to him, Professor, okay?
All right.
Chance, welcome to the show.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Doing good. How are you, Chance?
Oh, I'm doing great. Like, the crowd here at the Wrestling Con is awesome.
Yeah, it sounds like it's really going hot out there, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Chance, so tell me about your wrestling school. What's its name? Where's it at?
The Power Slam Academy. We're in Nitro, West Virginia. And we've got about 15, 20 students. We got some already trained pros coming in to get some great time. Just like more like a dojo feel. So it's really, really good. Really positive vibe. Just a really great learning environment for everybody.
All right. I assume you're running shows as well, right?
We're actually getting ready to we have ran some shows called Feature Fight, featuring a lot of the students, but we're getting ready to push some more content to IWTV, doing some in-house stuff.
Right on. So how you liking that show out there today? You meeting anybody you wanted to meet? See anything you haven't seen before?
I've seen some people that I haven't seen before. Malachi Black, I haven't met yet. We've had a lot of brother time because we got Bobby here. It's just always a pleasure and honor to be around. And we've got Collar and Elbow, we've got Rod Hicks. We go back 20 years, so showing my age there, but just like everywhere I turn, I'm a Rhino. I have stories with Rhino, going back from our dates when we go up into Michigan and do loops and over to Massachusetts. And, man, it's just a really good positive thing. Everybody's having fun. Got to meet Crew too. He's a solid dude too.
Yeah. Sorry, it's kind of noisy there, so I'll have to try to clean that up a little bit. So, if anybody wants to check out your wrestling school or find you online, is there a good social media platform that you use?
Yeah, Facebook.com /Power Slam Academy, and then you can go to PowerSlamAcademy.com and find out everything about the school. And then for me, ChanceProfit.com, and on every social media thing going with the tag of Chance Profit.
All right. Anything you want to promote that's coming up?
I wish everybody else knew about this convention. The crowd's solid. The crowd's really good. Power Slam Academy, FTC, Grappling Academy. Man, the Art of Grappling is putting out some really good students. Bobby and Jillian, they're doing a heck of a job down there. And it's just a testament, man. We're giving good quality, paying it forward, good quality wrestlers are coming out of it. And that's the goal, making it better when we leave. That's the goal.
Well, you know what, overall, what's your feeling about independent wrestling right now?
It's unreal the amount of opportunity that's out. It's just so good to see these opportunities. I wish I was about 20 years younger. But I keep telling all my students, it's like, you have no idea how hard it is to put a package together and send it to a send it to a promoter. Make your copies of your tapes. Go to CVS and get your 8x10s. And then I was like, you press a button, you've got a whole package sent to them. You zip that, press it, and it's over to somebody. I spent like $200 just trying to get a dark match. So, but what they have today, it's amazing.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like there was there was an indie scene, but it seemed really quiet, and then it just seemed to blow up about 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, I don't see it stopping. As long as everybody can keep their nose to the grindstone and good quality students that have good solid fundamentals, but can really go, really good quality athletes that are entertaining, man, the future's bright.
Yeah, it's looking good. Is there anybody in the indie scene you really got your eyeballs on that you think is going to be a breakout?
I've been trying to keep up. There's just so many.
Yeah.
In our area, Huff Manley, he's putting his nose to the grindstone, really hitting the gym a lot, and he's really, really turned it up a notch. And he's one to watch.
Right on. Well, hey, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Professor.
Absolutely.
We'll turn it back over to the Blaze Man.
Fantastic. Thanks, Chance.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it very much. Man, what a great guy right there, man. Pleasure having him over here. Looks like Earl's busy. I was going to try to get him, but he's out there and giving some instruction. Once again, I'd like to take the time to thank the Time Warp at FTC Wrestling, put together this Bluegrass Wrestling Con. So far, I have to say it's been a pretty good success, man. I sat with a good friend of mine, Mr. Kerry Kim, years. They're clapping for him, I guess. I don't know. That's the guys over college. Good friend of mine used to host Kerry, personal friend, professional friend. He's been sitting here now, found out he's got I'll go ahead and take a break. I hope you're good. All right, I'm signing out, buddy. I don't know how much of that you got.
None of it.
None of it. You want me to go again?
Yeah.
Tell me when.
You know what? Hang on.
Traveled with the Blaze Bunch before, man. I've been through a program. Professor, you're not going to believe what I've got here. I got Judy Ray Hendricks right here, and I'm going to hand over the microphone to her, okay?
All right.
That's his name, Professor.
Hello.
Hello, Judy Ray. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well. How'd your OVW match go?
Oh, it went really well. Very grateful for the opportunity to be with OVW and to be on Fight TV. It was a very nice experience.
Yeah, Bobby said you've been picking up a lot of work here lately.
Oh, I have. Since that, it still hasn't sunk in, but since that, everything's just been, going up for me, and I'm just so grateful.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So what do you got coming up? Anything already on the books, or are you still shopping around?
I've got some stuff popped up here and there. I'm going to be with dudes at Ringside Podcast this month. And later, I think it's December, I'm with another podcast. Hopefully I'll be back with OVW sometime soon. So I got some good stuff coming up. Can't give it all away, though.
No. I completely understand that. People got to pay for admission.
Yeah.
Right on. All right. Well, anything you want to promote or let us know about before we catch you loose?
Yes, actually, I'd like to throw my Instagram handle out there, judy.wrestlingxo, and my Twitter, JudyWrestlingXO, and my Facebook, Judy Hendricks. If you give me a follow, shout out on social media, that'd be really good. And yeah, I hope people really enjoy it.
Fantastic. Hey, Judy, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Have a good day, Bobby. You too.
Hey, man, welcome back. This is Bobby Blaze from the Bell to Bell Wrestling Podcast, of course, and I'm sitting here at Bluegrass Wrestling Con in Ashland, Kentucky, as you all know by now. I am with an extraordinary manager, Lemon Juice McGee, and I wish you could see this man. He's got this wonderful fucking outfit on. It's just out of this world, man. It's psychedelic as hell. And he's got all these lovely tats all over. He's a good dude, and he represents a good company, and that's Collar and Elbow. And I'm proud to be a elite sponsored athlete by Collar and Elbow. It's first class company. Let me tell you right now, Professor. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to turn this over. I think you're going to hit off really good with this guy. It's Lemon Juice McGee.
Fantastic.
Have fun, brother.
All right, Lemon Juice, how you doing there?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fair. I guess my first question for you is going to be, are you a DC or a Marvel guy?
Oh, I feel like the older I get, the more I'm a DC guy. But Marvel through and through, as a lot of my tattoos will show, I'm very, very much a Marvel guy because I'm a Spider-Man guy. So
Okay, yeah. You caught it that his... was it Ditko's or somebody's kids are suing for the rights to Spider-Man, trying to get him away from Marvel, Yeah.
I imagine it's going to be a settle out of court situation.
Oh, probably. They did that with Superman like 30 years ago, too. So anyhow, let me hear a little bit about your management career. I'm always interested in hearing about people who manage wrestlers. Who's in your family there?
Currently right now, I spend a lot of time at Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, AMW, and I manage Kyle Maggard and Wayne Adkins, the AMW Tag Team Champions, as I'm manager of champions on occasion. But I've got to manage everybody, tons of people under the sun. I managed Enzo a while back for a time or two. Tracy Smothers was always fantastic the times I got to work with him. A little bit of everybody. I've only been doing this for maybe 5 years, and I've been very lucky to be able to represent the people that I have.
Well, that's cool. What turned you on to wrestling in the first place, then, I guess would be my question.
Oh, it's been a kind of a lifelong thing, but a few years ago, I was doing 2 different wrestling podcasts, as a lot of people do, and I just kind of got into managing Loverboy Brock Landers, who is a big part of Collar and Elbow, actually invited me to manage him and his partner one night, and from then it was just off to the races.
Fantastic. In your opinion, who's the greatest manager of all time?
Oh, putting me on the spot here.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to say Bobby the Brain Heenan, but I will say close seconded and third by. Oh, sorry, somebody behind me. Anyway, what we're saying, managers.
Yes.
Bobby the Brain Heenan is the best, and of course Jim Cornette, and of course Jimmy Hart.
Well, there you go. And let's see here. So what do you got coming up? Anything you need to promote, talk about, matches you're looking forward to? What do you got?
Appalachian Mountain Wrestling has a big event coming up that, of course, will be on their streaming network. Thanksgiving night, where I will be defending my Saudi Arabian championship that I somehow have. Yes.
Very international, yeah.
I've gathered this title. And I apparently have to defend it, so we'll see how that goes.
Is that like
no opponent? Yeah, no opponent set yet.
Is that like an every 60-day thing?
I don't know. I was hoping it was a never thing, but that's not the case.
Well, just tell him you did a match in Rio de Janeiro and everything's fine.
Yes, that seems to be the way to go and the way to work it.
Yeah, that's the best way to handle it. All right. Well, hey, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you, man. Have a great day.
See you soon.
All right, wrestling fans, welcome back to Bluegrass Wrestling Con here in Asheville, Kentucky. Man, these two gentlemen just walked up to my table as I was logging for you to record. I want to know your name. What's your name, sir?
My name is Levi.
Levi, just now come over. Who's your friend here? Josh. Levi and Josh, two fans come by to Bobby Blaze booth over here. I'm going to give the headphones to Levi. Levi, this is the professor, and you're on the Bell to Bell Pro Wrestling Podcast, old school podcast. Have fun.
How you doing there, Levi?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. What brings you out there today?
It's my lifelong dream to become a professional wrestler, and I've been waiting for this for months, and I'm really excited to be here.
Did you get information packet about the school? Did you get information packet about the school?
Yeah, I saw there was one across the river there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here.
Who are you looking forward to meeting out there today?
Table here, t-shirts. Go to the first table behind you.
I met ODB, Coco Beware, Malachi Black, Rhino, and I'm right here with Bobby Blaze.
There you go. Did Bobby pay you to say that?
No.
Right on. Well, what got you into wrestling? Why are you such a big fan, and why is that your dream in life?
When I was a little kid, I was watching. I watched wrestling. Sorry, I'm a little shy when I'm talking.
That's all right. No problem.
I've always had daydreams of wrestling, and I really wanted to do it. And I've been wanting to go to school and train in it. And I saw that Bobby had a school for training, and I was hoping one day I would get him to train me one day, and I would have the money to pay.
Yeah. We're on Spotify.
Right on. Now, who was your favorite wrestler as a kid?
Okay, so tomorrow.
My favorite wrestler as a kid had to be the Hardy Boys.
It comes out every Tuesday.
And how about now? You still watch wrestling now?
Yes, I do. I just watched Friday Night SmackDown last night.
Right on. And who would you say is the top of the top these days?
Tuesday I'm going to be talking about today.
The top of the top, in my opinion, I may not respect him that much, but he is the head of the table. I would have to say Roman Reigns.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he's definitely one of the biggest stars they're pushing these days.
Yeah, he got back the title. He never lost.
Yeah. And now, as far as you go, if you start training and get ready to be a wrestler, who would be your dream match? Who would you want to wrestle more than anybody else?
That's what I thought. All right, guys, I'll see you.
The people I would love to wrestle would be Christian, the Hardy Boys. Dang, can't remember from the top of my head.
That's all right. Well, hey, Levi, thank you for taking a minute to talk to us. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
And you have a great time out there today, okay?
Thanks.
I met this man in the Carolinas when I was at Smoky Mountain Wrestling, and he said, I heard good things about you today. He remembered who I was, man. He's taking the time to stop by our booth down here. And it's one of our favorites in this podcast. Seems like he's always making our top tens. Magnum, thank you. Put that on you. That's Professor Jeremy Billman.
Hey, Professor.
Hey, Magnum, how you doing today?
I'm doing just fantastic. Couldn't be any better.
Glad to hear it. Sounds like you guys got a good crowd out there.
You know what? It is absolutely amazing because we are in the absolute middle of nowhere, and I thought beyond. They told me we were on the 6th floor of a building, and I said there is no way in the world there's a 6-story building anywhere within the direction that I have been driving forever. But I am glad to be here. Wrestling fans couldn't be any nicer, be any better, and it's just a really good gathering.
Yeah, man, it is a real pleasure to talk to you. I was a huge fan of yours back in the day, of course. So I'm very happy to have you on. You pretty much doing a lot of shows these days, or kind of what are you doing that's still involved with wrestling?
Well, I've got all kinds of things going on. I mean, I do these shows here and there and around, and I've been doing some work with a new company called Relativity Worldwide. We put together a company that's going to build wrestling memorabilia for guys back from the 50s, 60s, and 70s that were before the time of, action figures and all this kind of things. Guys like Lee Fez and Vern Gagne, and some really unique opportunities and things for these talents and for their families, for the guys that are deceased. So
Sure.
I've been working with Greg Gagne and a group of gentlemen that come from the toy making world from back in the day, and we've got about 150 guys on board so forth. So keep your eye out there on social media. You'll hear some noise about it in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, fantastic. You don't happen to know if you guys got anything going with Ray Stevens, do you?
You know what? That's a name that I kicked around, and you know what? I don't know whether anybody has been able to find a surviving family member of Ray's.
Gotcha.
So if you know anybody, pass it along. But yeah, we've got to find an heir, and the Ray the Cripple Stevens is one of the best of all time. I was a big fan as well growing up. Is certainly someone that we like to see get that kind of recognition. Along with guys like that.
Yeah.
Guys like Lou Thez and all the way back to Gorgeous George. The guys
absolutely.
That pioneered wrestling on television. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm dabbling with, and I'm still actively working in the telecom communication industry. I've been in for the last 30 years, and so I get to do this. Maybe once a month I get out and get to do some things with the fans, and share some old stories, see some old friends. It's always good.
Yeah, no, it sounds like a blast. Hey, so since you're doing this stuff with these older guys, like kind of the early days of television and whatnot, is there anybody from that period that you really found inspirational or were a big fan of?
Well, I'm very unique because I grew up watching Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, and my earliest memories of TV is funny because Reggie Parks wrestled under a mask in the Carolinas, and Reggie had a great physique way before guys had physiques in wrestling, so to speak, because everybody kind of looked like big dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So I was a fan of his, and it was funny because I met him when I was wrestling in Championship Wrestling in Florida. He was referee, and he's still wrestling some too. But, Reggie Parks was one of my early, heroes as like a 6, 7, 8-year-old. And then I got to watch Wahoo McDaniels and Johnny Valentine beat the ever-loving crap out of each other in the Silver Dollar challenges when they were doing battle. And then, of course, I got to compete with Wahoo and ultimately won the U.S. Heavyweight Championship, and then in Charlotte in the sold-out Coliseum, and just an amazing moment in my career. So I had an amazing run, albeit just short of 7 years. I packed a whole lot of excitement into a short period of time.
Yeah, that was a hot 7 years, of course. So Magnum, I don't know, are you on social media? Is there a place where fans can keep up with you?
I am I'm actually on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Again, just keep an eye, Google my name over the next couple of weeks, and remember the name Relativity Worldwide, and also the Wrestling Collection, because I've got some projects in the works for those guys as well. So with Ted DiBiase and that gang. So anyway, I'm excited for some things that are going to happen here in 2022, and it's just always good to reconnect with the fans.
Absolutely. Well, hey, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it.
Hey, it was my pleasure. You have a great day. I'm going to pass you back over here to the man, okay?
All right. Thanks, Magnum.
All right, take care.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Wow, what a pleasure, man.
Yep.
The legend, the man himself, Magnum TA. And fans right there, fans of the Bell to Bell with Bobby Blade podcast. That's why you don't want to miss an episode of our podcast, because you never know who's going to show up. We just had one of our almost every list we do, and that's Magnum TA, man. He looked me in the eyes as he was doing that interview with you. It was, man, he was just talking, looking back and forth, but he's talking to you like he's just talking about. I heard that for the first time, as you fans heard it for the first time, as you recorded it. So thank you.
Yeah, that was incredible. I could, whatever interviews we get now, but we had Magnum TA on, so everybody else can kiss my ass.
That's it, man. That's it. I agree. Hearing from Bobby Fulton was a pleasure, and then everyone else, we appreciate you being on there. I could get a couple more, I'm hoping, but if we don't, I'm not going to be disappointed.
No.
But, I do have a couple people in mind, but if they're fucking around, they don't want to be on here, that's fine. That's their loss, because we've had some good people in this podcast today. Stay by your phone. I'll take a break and get back to you. How's that?
Sounds good.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Biggest arms I've seen in person, I don't know about 24, but legit, I've got 20-inch arms, 10 each, So anyway, and after that, he's going to give the mic back, and I've got someone else here with us as well. So this one of my main dudes, man. This is the American Nightmare, Mike Sark.
Fantastic.
That's Professor.
What's up, Professor?
Oh, not a whole lot, Mike. How you doing?
I'm doing great. What about yourself?
Oh, fair to middling. I'm just kind of sitting here picking up all. It sounds like everybody over there is having fun, and I'm just sitting here doing nothing. But whatever.
Only way of being better if I had a cold beer and a stripper in my lap.
Oh man, now you're talking.
Yeah. That tends to improve everything, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why I like that guy.
Oh, so what? Bobby was saying that you're a boxer, an MMA fighter. You did some pro wrestling. What are you up to these days?
As of right now, just pro wrestling. I've done MMA, I've done boxing, and now I just kind of stick with the pro wrestling.
Fantastic. What area are you working in?
We're down here right now. We do a company for ECC Wrestling in Ashland, Kentucky. And it's just an independent company, but I do a lot of work for them. And then a few shows around Charleston, West Virginia. I go for OVW from time to time in Louisville.
Right on. How you feeling about independent wrestling these days?
I love it. I think it's doing amazing.
Yeah.
We actually. Go ahead.
I was gonna go ahead. I'll finish my thought after you're done.
We do a lot of shows for ECC, like you said, at the Ashland Armory, and it's just got such a great, rich tradition, and we draw really good crowds, man. I'm like, just the wrestling crowd is so hot there. It's like you don't even have to bring in a main stage WWE X star. You can just literally do it with some local stars, and it's just such a hotbed for wrestling.
Yeah. See, for me, it kind of seemed like indie wrestling was just kind of there, real quiet in the background, and then about 2 years ago, it blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about how long ECC's been in business.
Yeah.
There's several good independent companies out there, but yeah, it's definitely blown up in the last seems like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. It seems like wrestling itself is healthier than it's been for 25 years. What do you think?
I would probably agree with that. The COVID slowed things down there for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean that killed everything,
Absolutely.
Cool. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. You're the American Nightmare. What does that mean for the rest of us?
Well, it's the All-American Nightmare, and I actually got my name, like I said, there's a Hinder song. It was a pretty big hit back in probably about 2012, give or take, and I was doing some boxing, and I actually dropped the Mexican heavyweight champion here locally. He was a Golden Glove champion, the state champion, all this, and we was actually just doing some hard sparring, and I actually dropped him in the middle of the ring, like pretty well knocked him out. And a lot of the local boxers was like, and that song happened to be on the Hinder song, All American Nightmare. It's like, make the good girls wet, the back, blah, 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 I'm red, white, blue, tattooed. And it's like, dude, you're the real life All American Nightmare. And I was like, I started listening to it, and I was like, it was just like meant to be. I'm tatted up. The song was on when I dropped him, so I went and got the tattoo on my forearm. And of course, Cody Rhodes comes 6 years later, or however many years later, and went by the American Nightmare, and I was the All American Nightmare. So I get that, obviously, in the last couple of years, they're like, "Oh, you're still in Cody Rhodes' gimmick." I was like, "No, I've actually was called that several years before he was." But that's how I got it, just boxing, and the Hinder song was on.
Well, that's a pretty cool story, actually. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to leave that word off at the beginning there.
Oh, no, that's fine. I just wanted to throw it out there, yeah.
All right. So what do you got coming up? Anything you want to promote?
No, we don't have nothing right now. I'm actually just kind of taking it easy for the holidays. I try to take some downtime between November and December just to
relax with the family and drink some beer. And I got a pub. It's called the Doghouse Pizza Pub. And we play the big UFC fights down there. And we get a big crowd and like to drink a lot of beer and eat a lot of pizza down there on all the time.
Sounds fantastic to me.
All right.
All right. Hey, Mike, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you so much, brother. Here's Bobby back.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much, Mike, man. What a great guy. Doghouse Pub, go there and visit him if you get a chance locally. I got someone on standby right here, Pastor. We'll go right into. I have got Reese Ramon with me, okay?
All right.
You there?
I'm here.
This girl, she's a majorette for Marshall University, the Thundering Herd. Yes, we are Marshall. Dude, she's beautiful. She's a dime piece. But let me tell you, she really worked her butt off, literally. Since I met her at the FTC Wrestling School, I won't say she was heavy because she wasn't. She was in pretty good shape. But then she started getting very, very serious, and she's got in excellent shape. And I asked her before we come on, could I mention her body? Because she's improved it. She worked her ass off literally to improve it. I see her in there. Honest to God, she does Hindu squats. She does Hindu push-ups. She's got a bridge like you wouldn't believe. I mean this in the most respectful way. Her hips are more flexible than anyone I've seen, so she's got this tremendous back kick, and this thing she does when she put her foot up in the heel, as a heel in the corner, she gets high up on guys like 6'5". She can get her foot right up in her throat. Of course, I'm giving her this big build-up. She's sitting there smiling, thank you, Bobby. But the thing about her, every time I see her, and it could be her 3 or 4 times at the wrestling camp, but I love this about her, she'll go, hey, Bobby, and we just got this little thing. I'm like, hey, Reese, so that's our little thing. But she's really special to me because she's one of the students, and she's been doing really, really good. No further ado, that's a hell of a build-up, Reese. You're going to talk to the professor. Here you go. Get in here.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
what's happening, David?
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing great.
That's fantastic. I'm trying to come up with a question for you, but it sounded like Bobby tried to spill all the beans ahead of time there.
Oh, no.
Hey, so what got you in love with wrestling? Why'd you get into the business?
Well, I started getting in love with wrestling because my dad was just flipping through the channels one day, and I saw WWE SmackDown. It was a women's match, and I was just in love with it. I knew I just had to do it. It's just so different, and my whole life I've been performing. I've always loved athleticism, and I just saw that. I was just so entranced by it. So the first Mania I got to see on pay-per-view was Mania 31, and I was just hooked, and I went back and watched everything, and I made a promise to myself at the end of middle school when our teachers had us write notes to our future selves that I'd do pro wrestling when I got to college and stuff, and I had time to do it, and I was just, ever since then, I've been extremely committed to it.
All right. Who was your major influence, would you say?
Oh gosh, I loved Paige, I loved AJ Lee, the Hart Foundation. I love Jillian Hall, actually, one of my trainers. Just a lot of people. I loved people that put on a show. They really used their character and everything.
Right on. So I guess that would be my next question, but I got to try to find a way to ask this. Do you have like a gimmick or a thing that you do, like a character, or are you just pretty much you?
I go by the show pony, and I picked that because I've been performing since the age of 5, and that's really what I've done year in, year out, every season, different performance, whether it's dance or everything. So in a way, yes, but I'm mainly just being myself.
Tell me about that Macy's Day Parade.
And Bobby just asked me to mention that I have been in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so you said you were a dancer. What else did you do if you were performance-wise?
Oh gosh,
right.
I've done dance. I spent, ever since I was really young, 12, I've done band, so I've twirled with that. I've also done collar guard, and I've done a lot of indoor competitions and tournaments. It's fun.
Cool. You got a favorite move or a go-to finisher or anything?
Right now, I really like using the X Factor, or I really like the Bulldog. Those are my two favorites.
Oh, right on. 2 solid moves. Fantastic. Well, Reese, hey, thank you for stopping by.
Oh, I appreciate it. I'm really honored to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you gotta. Can we follow you on social media? You got anything coming up you want to promote?
Oh, yes, you can follow me on social media. I have everything under my name. I have it under as Sid Dizzle. And you can follow me there on Instagram. And right now I don't have much coming up. So I will just go ahead and give it back to Bobby.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you, Reese Ramon. That's the show pony, man. That's my girl. She's tearing it up, man. Hey, welcome back. It's Bobby Blaze again from the Bluegrass Wrestling Con. I've got another guest. No certain order. I'm not sure how the professor is going to edit these, but man, we're having a good time today. It's been a steady stream of fans, man. We got autographs, T-shirts, pictures, books, all the DVDs. Everyone's got everything, man. Time Warp and FTC Wrestling have went above and beyond for this great event here in my hometown, and I really appreciate it. I got a special guest with me right now. A gentleman who's become a good friend of mine. He goes by Sleazy E, okay, and he's a manager for the Art of Grappling School, and he's the first graduate of the Art of Grappling School. This young man, he's in a wheelchair because he has CP, cerebral palsy. But let me tell you, he don't call it a wheelchair, and he don't feel sorry for himself. He gets out and works out at the gym. I see him all the time. That's a straight shoot. But he calls his wheelchair the kill chair, and he will run your ass over. So with no further ado, Jeremy, I give it over to Sleazy E. Everyone wants to be with me.
Hey everyone, how you doing?
Doing all right,
Talking to the
Sleazy.
professor.
Yeah, well, how you doing, Jimmy?
Doing good.
So, yeah, this is me, Sleazy. I have the Ravazzi. I was born with it. And my dad always taught me they always taught me to do everything on my own. And that's why I am the way I am.
Right on. So you're a manager. Who's your biggest client?
Jason Kincaid and the Don. I manage both of them.
You enjoy being a manager so far?
Oh yeah, I love being a manager. I started with them like a year and a half ago. I started being a manager like 5 years ago, but I started with them like a year and a half ago. And I love working with them.
Right on. Who would you say is the greatest manager of all time? I always got to ask.
Bobby Haney. Bobby Haney's the greatest. Yeah.
If you were to say you styled yourself a little bit after somebody, is there somebody that you like watched and said, okay, I'm going to adapt part of that? Is there like a big inspiration to you as a manager?
I can think of Jimmy Hart, probably part of him. I can think of me like a little bit of Jimmy Hart and maybe Paul Heyman.
Okay.
Yeah. But I used to watch all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite way to distract a referee if things aren't going well for your team?
Oh, I always trip people. I always do the kill chair. I always distract people to try to get them on my side. You get the referee on my side before they see me doing it or see what they're doing.
Okay. Let's see here. So what do you got coming up anytime soon? Let's hear about some of the things you got going on.
I will be in North Carolina, Asheville, on next Saturday doing a show, but I can't remember the code. But I'm doing it mainly with Jason Kincaid next Saturday, and then I'm doing a show at ITS on November 26th. And so far, that's the only thing I know right now.
Right on. Anything else you want to bring up before we catch you loose?
Thank you for having me. Nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I hope everybody's having fun with the food guys we're having. But Joe Pace and Earl put on. It's a great event.
and I appreciate everybody for coming out. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, Sleazy, you have a good time out there, okay?
You too. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for doing that. Thanks very much, my man. That's Easy Sleazy E. And he's just, I want to say thanks to the Time Warp, thanks to FTC Wrestling, that we've got the Bluegrass Wrestling Con for the first time. I got Collar and Elbow over here calling me out. Do you want to come on, Rod? I got a hot tag. We got Rod Hicks. We got the main man from Collar and Elbow. I was getting ready to log off for 2 seconds, Professor, but guess what? This is Rod Hicks, the man from Collar and Elbow. That's the Professor, man. Tear it up.
Hello, Professor.
Hello, Rod Hicks. How are you?
Well, to be honest, not too damn good.
Uh-oh, what's wrong?
I've sat here and I've watched all this underneath talent. I've seen Lemon Juice McGee, Chance Prophet, all these guys line up, and not one time was I solicited for an interview. And then finally, Bobby Blaze sees me out of his peripheral, and he knew what would garner interest and downloads, and here we are.
Well, to be fair, I've been telling Bobby to get you on the whole time. He just hasn't wanted to do it.
Well, Bobby knows that I know where the bodies are buried. Yeah.
Now the truth comes out.
The truth comes out. Has anyone touched on the swingers situation?
Oh, my God.
I'm asking for a friend, but I just need to know, can I go to the swingers place by myself? Do I have to bring a tag team partner? How does this work?
Well,
he's single and available.
I think Bobby discovered you have to bring at least an entree to get to the main course.
Okay, at least an entree. Okay. Well, I've got the pastry princess over in Brussels, Kentucky. I'll see if she's got anything I can bring. Might get me in the door.
Oh man, I don't know if there's anything I can do to follow that.
Is there not a top 10 this week? There's got to be something, Professor.
Maybe just hit the top 10.
Oh man, so what do you think? How's the crowd out there today?
It's a really great turnout for a first-time convention. I hope that they bring this convention back. There's definitely room to expand. But yeah, all the fans have been great. All the vendors have been great. I saw some great old 80s, like the pin-on buttons from the PWI days. Plenty of figures, DVDs, signed memorabilia. I mean, just anything that you could ask for as a wrestler.
Yeah, that was really cool. Are you got a table there today, or are you just kind of hanging out?
Yeah, we do have a table. Of course, Uncle Al, famous. So it was just me and Lemon Juice today. I tried to get the illustrious Heath Miller, because I knew he could just drive in. But it was his wife's birthday. I tried to get him to bring her to Ashland, Bluegrass Wrestling Con, but I guess they had other plans.
What else is there to do on your birthday?
Exactly. You come, you talk wrestling, you make a few bucks, you hit the Tim Hortons on the way out of town, and that's all you need.
Yeah, what more is there? Oh,
in Ashland, not much.
I haven't been there, but I've heard it's easy to miss. So.
Well, I know a couple of years ago a tornado came through and did $3 million of improvements.
Oh, man.
Buddy Landell line. Jim Cornette. I'm sure Buddy stole it off.
Jimmy probably stole from Buddy.
Oh, God, that was a good one. Hey, so everybody can go to collarandelbow.com, right?
Yeah, collarandelbowbrand.com or collarxelbow on all social media. Take pics, tag us, we'll repost it. I know Al Snow always reposts it on his social media, so we will put you over if you put us over.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, Rod. Hey, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Professor, thanks for having me, and I'm going to hand you back over to the champ.
Okay. Hey, welcome back here to Bluegrass Wrestling Con, man. I'm glad you tuned into the Bell to Bell Bobby Blaze podcast. We've had some great guests, Professor. I've got one of the main men here that's responsible for this great event, the owner of FTC Wrestling. He's Big Joe Pace, and he's just one of the greatest guys, man, that you could be around. He's always been straight up and square with me. I met this man several years ago, and we started off with a handshake deal, and we've had one ever since. With no further ado, one of the half of the men responsible for Bluegrass Wrestling Con is Joe Pace.
How's it going, Professor?
Hey, it's going
Bobby.
Going well, Joe. How you doing?
I am wonderful. We are starting to wrap up today's events here at the Bluegrass Wrestling Con. Had a good crowd, a good turnout. Lots of amazing talent here. A really good opportunity for people of this area to meet some of their favorite stars. I'd like to thank Bobby and the whole crew here for setting up this podcast, doing it here on site. Got to talk to a lot of people here, and overall it's been a really good day.
2 or 3 acts, Jim, what you got?
Yeah, it sounds like you guys drew a good crowd. I got to talk to Magnum TA, so I'm stoked, you know.
That's awesome. Yes. Magnum is super cool. I got to speak to him briefly as well. It's just it's really an honor to have all these guys that you grew up watching just to be here in their presence, and it's truly humbling.
Yeah. Now, you guys are over in the Ashland area, which I assume doesn't get a lot of events like this. How does it feel to be putting on something like this in Ashland?
Honestly, it was nerve-wracking. It's a huge event. Like you said, there's nothing like this has ever been done here. So we're kind of treading into uncharted territory. But after seeing today's turnout and just the support for this show, we are definitely already talking about coming back again next year. So we are super excited, and we really do appreciate all the fans and everyone that came out today. And again, I want to thank you and thank Bobby for being here and being a part of this.
Well, fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You do the same. Take care, Joe.
All right, bye-bye.
Hey, welcome back. We're winding down here at Bluegrass Wrestling Con in Ashland, Kentucky, man. We got one more person we have got to get on this program this week. I want to thank all the guests that come out here and done these great interviews and promos from Bobby Fulton, Magnum TA, all the students at the wrestling school, some of the up-and-coming wrestling stars. We just heard from Joe Pace, the other man responsible for this, man. He owns the Time Warp. And I'm telling you, you two are going to hit it off really good because you own that comic book store and video store. Earl has got everything, man. And I'm going to screw this up. I said Earl Mullet, but it's Millette, but because we're doing a top 10 mullets. Earl certainly does have a mullet. I'm leaning towards a mullet, but I'm going to get this thing shaved after its appearance. Not shaved, wrestling fans. Just get a haircut finally for Christmas. I always get one on my birthday and at Christmas, 2 times a year. But anyway, with no further ado, the man responsible for this event, and it's been awesome. And I'm a proud sponsor in a relationship with the Time Warp. They're just good people, man. They've got 3 locations, 2 of them with the Ashland Town Center Mall, and I'm giving him the headset right now. Earl Mollett.
Hey guys, how you doing today?
Hey Earl, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Doing well. Congratulations. It sounds like you guys hit one out of the park.
We have had a blast.
That is fantastic. So you a DC or a Marvel guy?
Listen, I'll read anything nerdy.
That's pretty solid. Yeah, that's pretty solid. So you've got the shops, you've got this convention. Sounds like the first big convention in wrestling and whatnot out in Ashland. Congratulations on getting that off the ground.
Thank you. We've been working on this for about 2 years, man, and it's finally coming together.
Oh, I'm sure COVID got in the way for a bit, huh?
Yes, sir. Me and FTC sat down, right before, probably 6 months before COVID, and then, 2 or 3 months before COVID, and then, nope. Are you there, Professor?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I got you. I'm sorry.
That's good. I don't know what cut us off there, but anyhow, so COVID kind of got in the way of the show.
Yeah. We're already sitting down talking about next year.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try to get out there, I think, for next year if I can get the time off, anyhow. But
I hope you can, brother. Yeah. I'd like to meet you. We need to sit down and talk about some stuff and do some more business together. I'll take care of you. Come to the Time Warp.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to check the place out. I'm still a giant nerd myself. Big on especially old sci-fi stuff like Flash Gordon.
Oh, yeah, we had Flash in store a couple months ago.
Oh, yeah, I met and interviewed him a couple years ago. Hell of a nice guy.
Great man, absolutely. We went out for dinner after the event. Absolutely fantastic human.
Yeah, did he eat salmon by any chance?
He was not happy with the salmon choices that evening, so I can't remember what he had, but he was not happy with his choices. I mean, we like our greasy food here in Eastern Kentucky, but the healthy gentleman wasn't happy.
Yeah, I don't think Sam Jones has ever eaten anything greasy in his life from the looks of it.
Never, and he looks like it too.
Yeah. Hey, so let's see here. Was there anybody that you were especially stoked to get out for this year's event? I mean, you've got some big guests out there, so all of them, obviously. But is there anybody that was like especially important to you?
Me personally, Jimmy Hart. That man is amazing. He didn't stop the entire show. He has signed, he has talked, the man's amazing. I went and picked him up, and we had breakfast yesterday, and he sang to me the whole way here. And come on, it doesn't get any better than Jimmy Hart. Malachi Black has been an amazing guy as well. Super, super friendly gentleman.
Right on. Does Jimmy Hart ever sit down, or does he stand up and move the whole time?
He sat down in my truck.
That was it, huh?
That is all.
Yeah. That's wild. That guy is like built out of batteries or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it is with him.
I don't either.
Yeah, that's wild. Well, Earl, anything you want to promote that's coming up?
I just want everyone to know how much we truly appreciate your support. We're just a little local, small-time shop, but, we want to bring big things to the city of Ashland. We want people to enjoy themselves. I loved wrestling as a kid. I'm from the middle of nowhere. We had nothing, drive an hour just to watch a movie,
Yeah.
And I'm bringing this to these towns to make these people happy. That's what we want. We're going to continue this. Like I said, we've already started talking about the next one. We got big things to come. Just watch the Time Warp Ashland Facebook page. We've already signed 2 more wrestlers. We will have a signing November 6th. We will have a signing November 13th and November 20th in store. I will inform Bobby of those names ASAP.
Fantastic. Where can people find you on social media?
Time Warp Ashland on Facebook. We are currently working on our Twitter and Instagram. We will have those back up soon.
Right on. Hey, Earl, well, thank you again, man. It's a pleasure talking to you.
Absolutely. Listen every week, man. You guys have a great show. Super happy to be a sponsor. Super happy to listen. We try to push you guys over as well. It's a great time listening to the Bell to Bell.
Fantastic. Thanks, Earl. Nice talking to you.
Thank you, sir. Nice to talk to you, buddy.
Take care.
Have a good one.